Hi, my name is Umar Lakhani and welcome back to my Java tutorial. So in today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys Java math.random method. So let's get started. So first of all, what is Java math.random used for? Well, basically Java math.random method is used to ask Java or our software or our compiler, like for examples, we'll just create two values, okay? 6 and 8. 6 and 8. Yeah. So these are two values, and we also have to separate them by the commas. And if we don't separate them by commas, it will give us an error. So, okay, so yeah, so we have those two values, 6 and 8. Okay, now it's used to ask Java or our compiler or our software if um, if 8 is greater than 6 or if 6 is greater than 8, like which one is the maximum number, we're simply just asking Java which one is the maximum number. 8 is the maximum number, the greatest number, or 6 is the maximum number. So when we execute this code, it's gonna give us the result 8. That's because 8 is the maximum number. 8 is the maximum number, and like I mean 8 is greater than 6, and 8 is the maximum number as usual because it's greater than 6, and 6 is not greater than 8, but 6 is less than 8, and 8 is not less than 6, but instead 8 is greater than 8. Of course, it makes sense, doesn't it? Like logic. Okay, to make sure that you understand much more better, I'm gonna be showing you some examples by using Java math.max method, in Eclipse. Okay, so I'll just zoom out the camera a little bit. Wait a minute. Oops, what happened? Okay, I'll just have to zoom out kind of like this, the background. Okay, now we'll just open Eclipse, but wait, there is still more space remaining. Okay, so now I'll just bring my camera here. Oops, it's too big. Yeah, okay, now we're just gonna open Eclipse. Okay, let's open Eclipse, and now um yeah, so now I've already created a new math.method class, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay, so now you can just do what I am doing, or you can just listen to me, or like, yeah, listen to me carefully. Okay, so first of all, we'll have to write the math.random in the system.out.println. Okay, okay, system.out.println. Inside these parentheses, we have to write math, math dot random. And also, uh, every time you write a method, you have to write a parentheses after you wrote your method, because that's how it works in Java. You have to always write these parentheses, and if you forget to write it and then just simply like execute this code, well, it's gonna give you an error. So don't forget to add these parentheses, and also these parentheses are useful because in math.random you can write your values in it, and by separating them by a comma. Look, I'll just use the previous example, which was 6 and 8. So 6, and then we're just gonna separate it by a comma. Else if we don't separate it by a comma, Java will think that this is like the number 68, so we don't want that to happen, right? So we have to yeah, so we have to yeah, so we just have to put these comma to separate these 6 and 8. Okay, just like that. Why is there an error? Remove argument to match 6 and then 8. Why is it giving us an error? System.out.println math.random. Yeah, so I guess you can also write it. I don't know why I can write it in the. It's giving us an error. I think there might be an error of the curly braces. That's why. Or I quick fix available arguments. I don't know. I think it's not working for now. But okay, let me just rewrite it again. And yeah, so as you can see here in the output, like in the console, it's just showing us random numbers. But we want to ask which one is the maximum number, right? Oh yeah, not math.random. I mean math.max. Why did I write math.random? When instead it was math.max. Yeah, so math.max. Now we are just separating these by a comma. 6 and then 8. So we're just simply asking our software or compiler which one is the maximum number, 8 or 6. So when we execute this code, as usual, it's gonna give us the result 8. 8, okay? That's because 8 is greater than 6, isn't it? And it makes sense. And also there are there's another way to there's another way to write the math.max method, math.max method, which is by writing it look like this. Int, so I'll just delete this system.out.println. Okay, int, yeah, int any variable name is equals to math.max, and then a semicolon, and then we'll write 6 and then 8, and then yeah, system.out.println a. So when we execute this code, it's still gonna give us the result 8. So there are two ways that you where you can write where you can write the math.max Java math.max method. You can either write it by using like int a and like setting it equal to math.max and then writing the values by separating them by a comma, or you can either write it directly by using system.out.println. So yeah, it's your choice. So yeah, it's your choice if you wanna write it by using int, or if you wanna write it by using if you wanna write it by using the if you wanna write it by using the system.out.println. I mean. Yeah, so I choose to write it inside the system.out.println so that you can just print it directly like the numbers you want, like math.max. Yeah, and then you can just set the random values, like for example 18, and then the maximum number, it will be 45. So when you execute this code, the maximum number is gonna be 45 because 45 is greater than 18, isn't it? Yeah, so that's why it's gonna give us the result 45. Yeah, so in today's video you learn how to write no in today's video you learn Java math.max method and different ways to write the math.max method, and you also learned that you always need to put the parentheses after you write math.max um, math.max method, and after every method you write math.random, math.absolute, etc. You have to write the parentheses. It's obligatory, but for math.max it's super obligatory, because if you don't put it in here, like there will be an error. You need to add like some arguments and like like by values, and then separating them by like another value. And yeah guys, that's it for today's video. So make sure to like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell too, so it will remind you whenever I upload a video. And yeah guys, have a nice day. Bye.